blueberry. Hey guys, welcome back to Gardening with Creations by DX & Co. Today I thought I would show you a little bit more about dealing with cucumber beetles and how I'm attacking it differently this year than I have in years past. So let's get started. All right, so this year I decided that I would start my cucumbers and get them trellising over this cattle panel fence. So I picked this one up at actually Tractor Supply. Very simple cattle panel. I think I've shown you guys those before. Super easy to just curve over, and I've got some fence staples just kind of tacking it in there. And I thought I'd use the cucumbers this year. I planted a good 8 of them along this here, and you can see I've not pruned them at all. I've just let them go this year. We had such a very late start to this plant, to this planting season, and I mean even my tomatoes aren't even turning red yet. So it's been a little discouraging. I have not wanted to put out a lot of videos. I've just been trying to tend to my garden a little bit here and there. But you can see these cucumbers are doing absolutely phenomenal. Look at the size of this boy right there, and you know, more down there. I've already made some pickles using the recipe. I've done a video on the channel before. You can look for 24-hour pickles. It's just a lot of fun to make those. And so in years past, I've gotten cucumber beetles so bad. I've done neem oil. I've come out here every morning and checked every flower, and I've just ended up losing the crop. And so what I wanted to show you guys this year is, you can see this thing is just thriving. And let's take a look. Let's see if we can get focused in on it here. Look at this little guy right there. Yep, see him? That's a cucumber beetle. And unfortunately, cucumber beetles, as I've mentioned in the past, they can carry lots of diseases. They are known to just absolutely decimate a crop. And what's funny is I did start coming out here every day, and I didn't spray any neem oil or anything like that, but I did come out here every day, and I'd find them in a flower like that, and I'd pick it out and I'd smush them, you know, tried and true, just smush them by hand. But I gave up, you know, I couldn't keep up with it, and I just let it go. I said, you know what, I got a couple of cucumbers off my plant, they can have it. I've already been so discouraged with my garden, and lo and behold, not putting the effort into that, I think I was destroying the plants more than they were. You can see I don't have a whole lot of damage to the leaves. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be perfect for you guys, and that the ones that you're working with might carry disease, or that these won't multiply so bad that they tear through all my leaves. I don't know. I also have the pumpkins. This is a volunteer pumpkin patch. It literally just came back all on its own. It's outside of my garden. And I did see that they were kind of destroying my leaves. I got some powdery mildew starting on that one, unfortunately. And they were all over these flowers inside there. They're all closed right now. I'd have to show you in the morning when they open up. But unfortunately, they were all over these flowers, and I'm not sure, you know, how, but these are doing okay too. But they were all over that plant. And so maybe it was just because there was that, plus the watermelon ones. These are volunteer watermelons, in fact. Look, we got some watermelons going. So, and I'm also trying to do the watermelon up the cattle panel as well. The plant's doing really well, but the fruit is very heavy. Sorry, back to the point. So I guess what I'm trying to say for you guys is that maybe trying to attack the problem is the problem. Maybe actually letting it go and just kind of letting nature take its course and planting other crops close vicinity to kind of spread the wealth, maybe it's not as bad. But I'm very natural with my garden this year, and it just has taken care of itself. And as you can see, I'm getting some really good fruit off of it, and it's just looking real good. I mean, look at this vines. I haven't even pruned these vines at all, and I usually prune my cucumbers and I usually keep it nice and tidy, but this year I just decided to let it do its own thing, and if I lose some crop as a result of it, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to, by the end of the summer, this thing being trellised all the way over top. I'll have to keep it pruned off my asparagus because I don't want it to, overtake or choke out my asparagus at all. But this is year 2 on the asparagus, you can see, looking real good. It was being choked out by some grass. I just weeded all the grass out, but I haven't even had time to weed my garden. I just did some weeding yesterday, and you can see just doing absolutely phenomenal. The tomatoes, I've decided to use one stalk, and then I actually am branching up 4 different on this one, sorry. This tomato has 4 different branches that I've now pruned up to allow it. I allowed the suckers to go in 4 different directions. I'm using the string method that I've shown you guys in the video before, and that way I can just continue to drop down. But then I have a different tomato plant here. It's a different variety altogether. And this one here, same thing. We've got 3 different shoots going on this one. And so I separated my, some regular sized tomatoes with my cherry tomatoes. And these cherries, I've done the same thing. So I've got 3 different shoots going here. And I'm just trying to prune off the suckers, like in particular this one needs to come off. And keep it going. And so these little suckers here, we'll get rid of that one and just keep it growing and getting some healthy tomatoes off of it. Having a hard time getting ripe tomatoes, but this one is a very nice variety. I did purchase these ones. And then my bell peppers over here, I purchased those ones as well because I just had a bad start to the garden this year. And my strawberries are looking very nice. These are the ever-bearing variety here, and they are really starting to take off and do well. I'm trying to get them actually transplanted out of this bed. Ooh, there's a good one. Don't you love it when you spot a really nice one from far away? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get it before the birds do. These are delicious. I can't remember the actual variety. Let's see if I have an actual tag here somewhere. There we go. The Fort Laramie variety here. Let's see if we can get it. Focus. Fort Laramie Everbearing. Absolutely delicious variety. If you haven't found that one, definitely recommend it. And then these are all volunteer tomatoes. I let them go because I'm not sure what type they are. I had 2 different types in this bed. So I think these are a cherry variety. A lot more. There's a bell pepper that I grew from seeds there. Another bell pepper in the back. Marigolds volunteer. I love marigolds. Come back year after year. If you just let them die out in your bed, you can get them to grow back year after year. And that one's just huge. Got some green beans in this bed as well. This was my tomato bed that I moved over there. And then there's my hot mess of that I really need to clean up. So one of the other great crops that I planted last year, picked up at Aldi of all places, blueberry plant. there. This variety is just a very simple blueberry. And then I have a pink lemonade version. I didn't get anything off the pink lemonade this year, but you can see here, let's see if we can get it to focus in. Look at the blueberries on this bad boy. That's a good blueberry. I've got micro apple tree going on here. Just never found a place to put it, and it comes back every year, kind of like a bonsai. And then I've got my grapevine putting off new growth there. I've got in the distance there, you can see, got my apple trees and my pear trees. Definitely looking forward to the fall. I want to prune those again, keep them dwarf. They have not produced fruit yet, but they all were grown from seed, so be a couple years on that one. This is my lemon tree that I grew from seed. You can just see it's putting on lots of new growth this year. It's really liking the outside environment, and you can see it's just doing really well, healthy overall. This stalk is starting to thicken up here, and I just need to straighten it out. And so that's looking real good. That's my lemon tree. And then I'm gonna do a video on that one. It's a pepper plant. My pineapple looking really good over here. These are my raspberry patch and my strawberry patch. Looks crazy. I just cleaned it up a little bit actually. A lot of weeds in here. Haven't had time to focus on it. Roses Sharons are doing phenomenal after a yearly pruning. Just insane. I need to cut them down this fall. This one actually, the wind came and kind of cut right through it, but look at the pollinators have been all over these flowers. You can just see how many pollinators. If you have room for one of this style Roses Sharon in your yard, I definitely recommend it. This thing just puts out so many flowers. The bees are all over it, and with it being so close to my garden, I feel like I'm just getting massive pollination. So exciting. And look at these watermelons. Very cool. That's all I got going this year. All right, so there you are, guys. I know that was really supposed to be more about the cucumber beetles, but wanted to give you a very quick garden tour as well on what I've been doing lately. And so I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are staying safe and enjoying your gardens.